Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shit. I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing pretty good. My stomach hurts a little bit from all the laughing I've been doing from the forced levels of victimhood that I have seen going on here. Now, y'all know me, I'm a straight shooter. I just have to be the one to say that what this election has taught me more than anything else is that Black women harvest their inevitable need as a woman for certain levels of adoration or attention and validation. They harvest that energy in all of the wrong ways. When you discuss with sisters the correct way to, satiate that need as a woman, nobody wants to hear it. And this election taught me more than ever how much Black women would prefer to harvest their adoration and attention through victimhood and guilt. Okay. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. We're going to get into a few things. Some of these reactions from these election results have just truly shown me how propaganda really works. It's shown me how the human mind, more importantly, the woman's mind, is easily manipulated. You can manipulate the woman's mind outside of what she knows to be reality. You can rewire a woman's lived experience with enough propaganda. So I'm going to go ahead and get into a few things. I have a few things I want to show you all. But before we get into that, can we get in today's look? Ladies, is this look today, is it giving for you or not? Now, if you've been under a rock, okay, then you would not know that I have a women's only Patreon in which I get ready for all of my content live. And you don't have to ask, Six, what's that lip combo? Six, what's that eyeshadow? You ain't got to ask, honey, okay? Because I do not gatekeep. I show all my processes, all my products. While I'm doing so, we have great girl talk. There's so many aspects of the community. We do movie nights, we have get-togethers, we have a Discord. It's just a great supportive community of like-minded, solution-oriented women. Now, don't come over here if you want to be somewhere for everybody to say that you're so perfect and nothing wrong with you. Nah, baby, we are accountable over there. We are learning. We are growing over there. So if you tired of being mean and ugly, come to Death Row, baby. I will link in description the link to go ahead and join my growing community. I would love to have you. Now, let's get into this. I'm going to show this first. This first thing I'm going to show you is not necessarily in regards to sisters. It just, the reactions from, mostly the women about this election were very odd to me, because there was this whole notion of, oh my God, now this is going to be like the Handmaid's Tale. Oh my, it was this overly dramatic response, as though now somehow somebody is coming to like rip your infants from your arms. And I wish I was exaggerating, but I saw this commercial. I'm sorry, I'm literally trying not to laugh already. I saw this commercial on YouTube and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe this was happening. And I want to share it with you all because it goes to show how they put that kind of emotional hit on the ladies to pretty much scare them into voting for Kamala. Please look at this dramatic commercial. This is just a small clip, but this is the type of stuff that was going on and why women are reacting with the tears and fears of a Handmaid's Tale future going forward. Y'all, please look at this.
I still can't believe this beautiful girl is ours.
Our little IVF miracle.
Sorry, she's not yours anymore.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. We made IVF illegal, and we're not letting you criminals raise her.
Joe Jacobs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my, I literally, I don't have the words. I'm like, Why are y'all crying? Why are y'all talking about you're so depressed and how will you go on? You really sat there and let these people scare you with this insanely dramatic, just ridiculous levels of propaganda to where now y'all are convinced that there will be some big, bad, mean white man coming to grab your children out of your womb as you're giving birth or snatching your in vitro babies from your bosom. Like, come on. It's almost as though you're just experiencing a memory loss, that you survived 4 years of this man's presidency just fine. And then everyone's like, well, it's different now because now the whole house is Republican. Now it's different. And you have let these people convince you that the big, mean, white Republican man is coming to snatch your children, is coming to have you perish away from baby deletions. And I'm just like, wow. So that's all you have to do. And this election, I had a previous video where I kind of talked about, my thoughts on this election and why Kamala could be set to actually win, considering that we are in the era of end the patriarchy, choose the bear. So we kind of talked a bit about. So sorry, my battery was dying. So we kind of talked a bit about how the main point being pushed in this election is if Trump gets in office, you won't be able to delete your babies. And what this has shown me is that is how female psychopaths manifest themselves. They may not be in and out of jail. They may not be serial, power. But to me, it manifests itself in being okay with continually ripping life from your body. I literally saw women saying, oh my God, now that Kamala lost, y'all better be real careful. Y'all better not get pregnant. If y'all get pregnant, y'all better be safe now. And I am so amazed that it took a certain someone becoming president for women to be like, we better be responsible and not get pregnant because now we can't delete these children if we do. That is insane. My brain, as a woman myself, I'll be the first to tell you, it is not that hard to not get pregnant. I don't understand the whole my body, my choice thing when you're admitting that now you must actually be responsible for your body because you won't be able to be 5 months pregnant, knowing the sex of your baby, knowing if the baby is named Bobby or Tina, and you won't be able to rip this life from your womb. Because as of right now, what Trump is saying is, listen, it will be up to each state as to what the rules are for baby deletions, but it won't be federally mandated. That's all he's saying. All he's saying is, no, you cannot be 6 months pregnant and rip your child from your womb. I don't see the problem. When he was president before, he did not wake up and be like, oh my God, I am president now. And guess what? Y'all ain't getting another baby deletion on my watch. That wasn't the case. I agree with, yes, there should be a limit on how far along you can be before you can rip this child from your womb. I'm sorry. That is me as a woman. Me as a woman in my life, I have had one pregnancy with one healthy child to show for it. So I cannot be gaslit by these women who act as though pregnancy is this accidental thing. What Trump's victory represents is the betterment of family structures. Families flourish in Republican governments. The Democratic Party promotes the whole idea of homosexuality, singleness, promiscuity, doing with your body what you want, individuality. That's what the Democratic Party, they like to promote because that's what keeps people dependent on you. That's what keeps people easy to manipulate. Okay, it discourages the strong heterosexual family structure. And that's the real reason why so many people, mostly Black women, since Black women, unfortunately, are notoriously uncoupled. That's the real fear is, man, under a Republican government, it is set up for the natural family to flourish. It is not set up for individualistic, promiscuous lifestyles, because no, you will not be able to be out there spreading it wide. And then if and when the consequences from that happen, you're just like, I'm going and I'm just going to rip this child from my womb, be back. You know, I've seen women have 6, 7, 8, 9 baby deletions. And I'm like, at what point do you get deemed a serial? You're no better than a Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy. You're no better. I'm sorry. And at the very least, their victims were adults that even had the potential to defend themselves. Okay. But we don't want to talk about that though. So now I'm going to show you all some of the reactions specifically from Black women and why it is so ridiculous, because let me get this straight. Okay. As opposed to Black women getting their attention and their adoration from being smart, pleasant, from having a man, from having husbands, from having families, from their children, from their connections to their community, from their nurturing abilities, from their womanly abilities, from their domestic skills, from their in-shape bodies, from a nice smile, as opposed to receiving attention and adoration from that element. Instead, we want to get attention from people feeling bad for us. Every time I turn around, it's a sister doing a think piece on TikTok, telling us 21 questions and 21 words about why we should feel bad for her and how things are so hard for her. And my question is, at what point do you get tired of trying to manipulate attention and validation in that way? And when do you want to do it the right way? And it never ends, because now you got sisters who decided, you know what? We're going to claim Camel as a Black woman, okay? Even though she never asked to be here, even though she's not a Black woman, was not raised by a Black woman, has no Black people in her family, has made her fortune off the backs of putting Black people away, her family having indentured servants and slaves. She has literally made it to the top off the backs of Black people. You know, Black women are notoriously going around speaking on how she's an AKA, not understanding how people of color politics work. And women will always go where they're adored or where they're preferred. And Kamala deciding that I'll go around the Black people because I know they'll accept me and pedestalize me in the way that white people won't is no flex. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the whole, oh, I'm an AKA and so is Kamala, and the whole Divine Nine wanting to claim her is not the flex you think it is, because she was only there because around y'all, she'll be put at the top of the totem pole. And had she chosen the PWI route, she would have been at the bottom there. So she simply went to where she could be pedestalized and get ahead faster. And somehow they think that's a flex. Somehow they think that they're doing something. All right. So I'm going to show you all the Black women tiers in which they have recruited this non-Black woman as Black who didn't ask to be Black, and then somehow decided that since she didn't win, that now that means that Black women can't achieve their dreams and that society is against them. Never mind the fact that this woman is a stranger, that we don't know this woman, that she has some type of socially awkward disorder. Never mind that. Never mind that she is a chameleon. Never mind that we don't even know who this woman is. Never mind that. Never mind the fact that she's not American. Never mind the fact that her parents on both sides are not generationally invested in this country. And she is a woman who could easily leave here and has family on mom and dad's side in other countries, or she could leave here and say peace and be totally fine with a full family structure somewhere else. Never mind all that. Never mind that she was sleeping with other people's husbands until age 50, where she had to get married because the society was saying, hey, you're 50 years old, you're half a century, why you ain't married? If you want to advance your career any further, we're going to need to see a husband. And which the first thing she did was run out and get a white man to be stepmom to his white kids. Okay. And somehow Black women have forced themselves into this space. And I'm like, y'all do know that while you're so thirsty to claim her as one of ours, while you're so thirsty to feel as though she's, you know, one voice, one sound with us, you do know that with a Black woman president, baby, if you thought that you were unprotected now, okay, if you thought that people ain't care about you now, I don't think Black women understand how much worse that was going to get when now people could say, well, aren't y'all good? Don't y'all know it all? Ain't y'all the president? And it's like, it's a form of self-sabotage. You complain about how you're not protected. You complain about how nobody helps you with anything, yet you go and recruit problems that ain't got nothing to do with you. And now somehow this stranger Indian woman losing now means that you as a Black woman, that you'll never achieve your dreams. I saw women crying on Instagram with Beyonce playing in the background, saying that they feel they should just give up because Kamala lost, so now they feel like they won't be able to achieve their dreams. And the crying with Beyonce in the background was just a nail in the coffin to me. This is a democratic society. People can vote for who they want. During this election, in my opinion, was a pow to your head election where you know, people like, hey, we got to pick. And if we got to pick, no, we're not picking Kamala representing, worried about, you know, trans people and whether or not they have their hormones when a block of cheese is $8 at Publix. We don't care. All right. Kamala tried to lead with the whole, promiscuously free lifestyle. And you can't tell me what to do with our bodies, and, you know, sex changes for little kids. And that's where she went wrong. Society is failing right now. Even people who are doing well are not doing well right now. It's very difficult. And when people's basic needs are not being met, when this economy has been the most difficult to navigate than any period I've ever experienced in my life, no one was concerned with her liberal, oh my God, save the environment, save the trans kids. I'm sorry, but that just was not the focus. The focus was, can we afford groceries? You know what I'm saying? Can we start there? Can we make housing affordable? Can we make these interest rates affordable? And then showing us these charts with these numbers like, see, the economy is doing great. I'll kick that chart with that damn chart. We're looking at what it is in real life right now. We don't care about the chart, baby. And so people did common sense and said, you know what? If the country is now currently blue, you know, we are in the worst position we ever been in. It's time to do something different. And somehow people were demonized for that, which defeats the whole purpose of a democracy, for people to have the right to choose. But all of a sudden, if you didn't choose Kamala, it was, oh my God, you know, you hate Black women, which is how we got to the Black women tears here that we're about to show now. Now, I saw this, and this sent me, this to me summed up the type of women that wanted to vote Kamala, because most women who are attractive and have a man or can get a man in their life was going to go the Trump route, because they understood, since he is more feared and respected amongst men, that, honey, you're going to be safer. Okay, baby, I don't care about all that extra stuff, baby. I need an America first type of guy. Okay, we need the alpha male type of guy who knows how to be like, I'm doing what's best for my folks, and I don't care who got a problem with it. We need this to be from the type of guy that other men shake his hand, look him in the eye, and he has rapport with. That's what we need, okay? No, we do not want to have to roll up our sleeves and have to save the world. We don't want to do that. We have nail appointments. We got to do our hair, all right? We need to fix our lip gloss, all right? Put the big man, the big 6'6" man in there and call it a day. Kamala represented the women who were just so desperate to have a stick it to the man moment. And so, just so you know, American ladies, the women of the world want y'all to know that y'all are not alone. All right. Now, the minute I see women that look like this, I don't want anything to do with anything they are doing. You know what I'm saying? Once I see women that look like this, baby, I don't, anything y'all was finna help me with, I'm good. Okay. If this is how I'm gonna end up thinking like y'all and what y'all want, I'm good. All right. And not a single one of these women, I don't get no sexy vibes. This scares me. Okay. When I go to sleep, if you want to see me have nightmares, put me around a bunch of women like this. Big, mean, ugly women with flaccid pantsuits on. No, I will wake up in a cold sweat. I don't see a leg. I don't see a cleavage. I don't see a smile. I don't see a lip gloss. I don't see no man. All these women look like they work hard. Hell no. Oh no, baby. You ain't got to worry about me, honey. Trump 2025. Okay. Y'all give me the vibes of get a job. You don't need no man. A woman can be president vibes. Hell no, baby. Okay. So a good way as a woman, if you want to see if you should follow another woman in a certain direction, look at the other women already there. Okay. I don't want no parts of anything y'all got going on. Every single last one of y'all look like y'all work full time. And every single last one of y'all look like men would just be flaccid and would run away from every single last one of y'all. Okay. So bad bitches voted Trump. Okay. Now I don't vote. Let me also say I don't vote. I'm indifferent. But if I had a pow to my head and I had to choose, I would 100% choose Trump. I don't vote because I was raised Jehovah's Witness and we just never believed in voting. And my brain is just too revolutionary at this point to where I'm not about to start now. It just was never a thing for me growing up. So I just did not make it a thing for myself now. But if I had to choose, honey, Trump 2025, end of story. Okay. So I'm seeing the difference. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women more in their femininity, they know how to stay on code regardless of their emotions. They're not going to be so desperate for a ha-ha, stick it to the man moment to where we'll make things harder on ourselves or put ourselves in danger. Okay. And mostly the white women voted Trump because most of their man did. Most of the white women with a man or a father in their life, you know, they voted Trump. You're always supposed to vote how your man votes most of the time. Okay. So, you know, most men, you know, it just would not be respectable to have a female president. I don't care. I don't even go to a church that has a female pastor. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm old school. Like I said, I was raised Jehovah's Witness. The way I was raised, I never saw no woman get on that podium and preach to the congregation. The women had to sit down to preach, or we had to do it in like a reenactment form. So that's why it's just not bothersome to me. I grew up with patriarchy being completely normalized, so it doesn't bother me. And in my opinion, I feel safer. Some of the worst experiences I've had in my life have been under female management. So, you know, that's just me. So when this give you the vibes of the Kamala vibes, and then I saw women like this talking about, oh, we're going to boycott having intercourse. And I'm like, I can promise y'all, if it's women like this boycotting intercourse, you ain't got to worry about it. Okay. You ain't got to worry about it. I don't think that the men are bothered. Fellas, are y'all bothered by mean women with their arms folded, with no smiles on their face, with flaccid pantsuits on? Are y'all worried about them not giving y'all none? You know, let me know. So let me show you some of the Black woman tears. I just had to show y'all that first. I saw that and they're like, never fear, we are here to have your back. And I'm like, now this would scare me more than ever if I had a bunch of women that look like that. Like, come on, come be with us. No, it look like full-time work over there, baby. It look like ain't no man over there. I need my man, honey. I can't do that. I could not do that, baby. I'm going the smart route. All right. I'm not letting my ego have me over there working hard, baby. I'm not doing it, honey. I want to be safe. I want to be safe. I want to be safe, baby. I can't do this. So look at this, y'all. Somebody come look at this. What Kevin Hart say? Come look at this. Somebody come look at this. And a lot of these are real tears, y'all. Sorry. These are real tears. Okay. My God, today. Jesus wept. Jesus wept, y'all. Y'all, please. Why? Black women, boy, make up your mind. Do everybody want you to save the world? Is the world against you or not? Because you crying for what? Is there music? See, I can't post it because they're all crying to Beyonce. Did Black women collectively come together and have a meeting and say, you know what we're all going to do is we're going to post videos crying with Beyonce playing in the background? And then they all got their Kleenexes together, got their cameras ready, and was like, it just seems like we take 20 steps forward and 10 back. As a Black woman, you got to just work 10 times as harder. And I'm sitting here like, now how we got into this? How this became an issue about Black women? How this happened? Can somebody let me know?
Today is not the day. I don't know if it's just me, but I've gotten maybe like 2 or 3 messages. You're strong.
I want you to keep in mind, for me peeping the game, you know, this is the basic B sisterhood that you want to stay away from. If you'll notice in all these videos, it's a bunch of women in bonnets, turbans, headscarves, no makeup, fat, glasses, everything else, crying about how, oh my God, we're not helping anyone with nothing no more. I want you ladies, please, peep the game. We talk about the female losers. Peep the loser aesthetic. I want to sit here in a bonnet, no makeup, glasses with a holy t-shirt and then complain that I'm not getting attention or no one's feeling bad for me. These are the type of women that literally harvested in the worst ways. Now they're talking about don't ask us for nothing.
Today is not the day.
I'm not in the mood.
Today I am not strong. I'm not strong today. And that's okay. I am also grieving this loss. The hope that I had for this country. Gone. I am okay today to not be strong. I am okay today to cry. It's like I ain't never seen a sad Black woman before. Black women, cry. Take the time you need. Feel it. It hurts. Today hurts. We are not strong today, and that's okay. Stop telling us to be strong. Not today. Stop telling Black women to be strong today. Today is not the day.
I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard.
If this election has not taught us Black women once
and by the way, y'all know the drill by now. If you hear snoring, it's my Frenchie. Okay? And by now, y'all know you must accept my dog along with me. He's part of the brand. He's always right here at his mommy's feet. So if y'all hear light snoring, it's my baby. He's tired from being so adorable all day. It's exhausting being so cute. Ain't that right, Duda? He says yes. Okay, let's continue.
All that it is time for us to stop advocating for other communities and mind our own fucking business so we can look out for ourselves. Then there's no hope for us ever. Now, I say we because I'm also a Black woman, but I got the memo before I even reached adulthood. You will never see any fruit or flag in my bio to represent a community that is not inclusive of Black people. I'm so dead ass. Like, how many times does dirt have to be kicked in our face for us to read the room? 2019, 2020, COVID hits, and there's all types of racism directed at Asian people. Here we come to defend them against the far-right rhetoric talking about stop Asian hate. It's not their fault. This is racist. This is wrong. In time, things calm down.
You know, once again, how nobody asked Black women to do that. And it's so interesting to me how y'all have so much grace and understanding. Can't wait to put a flag in your bio and change your profile picture to help communities that ain't never did nothing for you. But let a Black woman even remotely say, hey, you know, I want to be with a Black man. I want to make it work. I want to cooperate with him. I want to love on him. I want to figure this out. Let a sister even suggest that. And it's, oh, pick me, male-centered, decenter men, misogynist. That's crazy. But yet, you're admitting that you get up and put your cape on to save everybody. But when anybody remotely even mentions to you to work in peace with the men in your own community, is bah humbug. But now you're talking about how you're exhausted from saving the rest of the world. Meanwhile, you wouldn't even spit on your own kind if they were on fire. Make it make sense. Now you playing a video talk about y'all tired.
The Asian community thanks us, and we go about our business. And then there's a knock at our door a couple of years later where they say, oh, by the way, fuck affirmative action, because that's not fair to us. So we're going to team up with old, wealthy, racist white men whose children and grandchildren are guaranteed legacy admissions to get rid of affirmative action. And that's exactly what they did. Russia starts a war with Ukraine, and Ukrainians are suffering. And here we come again to save the day, with flags in our bio, hashtags for Ukraine, advocating for families, doing fundraisers, all kinds of content, all of that. And after benefiting from all of that through us, they said, oh, by the way, fuck the Black students here. They're not real Ukrainians. We're not going to evacuate them and save their lives. We will save the lives of the pets that belong to Ukrainian families. But the Black people, no. We'll give them rifles so they can defend themselves. And last but not least, Free Palestine. We came out in droves for that. And after all of that advocacy work that we did with the watermelon in the bio, using the sounds, using the songs, playing the games, doing the fundraisers,
First of all, nobody cares about Black women's self-righteous, meaningless attempts at saving people. Okay, the rest of the world is actually laughing at us. Okay, while you're sitting there thinking that you're making the difference by being Captain Save-A-Ho to everybody but your own, the rest of the world is laughing at you. They don't want you to put watermelons and GoFundMe links for Ukraine in your profile picture. What they want y'all to do is stop going outside in a bonnet and pajamas. Okay. Nobody cares if you sit there and fight for affirmative action for Asian students. What they want is for a majority of you to stop being morbidly obese. That's what they want. Okay. They never asked for you all to sit and change your profile picture to Russian and Palestinian and Ukrainian flags. Okay. What they asked for y'all to do was to stay on code and stop publicly distancing yourself from your own groups and your own men online for other women's claps and congratulations and validations. That's what the rest of the world wants you to do. They want you to get on code, cooperate with your men, lose weight, and take them bonnets off. That's what they want. Okay. So everyone else is laughing at you while you sit with these self-righteous, meaningless, these, what I don't even know what to call this. These little meaningless efforts to make you feel like you're doing something. Always trying to replace what it is that you really want and really need. That's why they laugh at us. That's why they laugh at us and then step over our dead body and keep going. We don't need y'all doing that. We need y'all to lose weight. We need for the average Black woman not to be fat, black, and in a bonnet. That's what we need. We need for a majority of you to not be obese. All right. We need you to start there. We need you to start caring about your image in some type of way. As opposed to every time someone tells you something, you say, why do you care? Why does it matter? Anytime someone tells Black women anything about their betterment is, why did you care? Why do you matter? Then the next thing will be a think piece on how nobody helps you and nobody cares about you. So, now sisters are so frustrated and it's like, but why? Because how you chose to help, how you chose to validate situations wasn't necessary. And now you're crying saying, oh, well, we're not doing it anymore. They don't care. The rest of society stays on code, moves with family structures. They don't need your little fake help. They don't.
Black women, hear me very clearly, because I'm going to need you to prepare yourself for the biggest level of misogynoir you have ever witnessed in your lifetime. That misogyny and racism, it's going to be something you have never witnessed or experienced in your life. And we're going to have to prepare for that. As sad as that is as a reality, it is reality. So what I'm going to need y'all to do is to protect your peace, protect your mental health. And by that, I mean doing the following: block out all that noise. And I mean quite literally block it out. Curate your social media feeds to block that out. Unfollow people who are not good for your mental health. Log off social media. Even watch your news consumption. Whether she wins or loses, that increased level of misogyny is still going to happen. Protect yourself, protect your mental health, protect your peace. Black women, hear me very clearly, because I'm going to
Black women minding our business for the next 4 years. Society, whatever are y'all going to do now that Black women aren't going to change their profile picture for you? How are y'all going to survive? Because Black women don't want to sit and make the difference in the way that it matters. They want to make a difference in what's easiest for them. That way they can still do whatever they want, never have to sacrifice or serve a family, and still get the claps for making a difference. So what will you all do? Okay. They're not donating to y'all GoFundMe's anymore. Oh my, however will everyone go on? However will they make it? So anyway, I cannot take any more of the victimhood and the crying. So what is the lesson that we learned here? The lesson that we learned here is that white women did exactly what we knew they were going to do, which is be passive aggressive. And they did the same thing they always do with Black women. And that's why Black women and white women have never once in history, past, present, or future, had a time where they worked shoulder to shoulder equally for any cause. Okay, why? Because white women put Black women on the front lines and they tell you, oh my God, down with the patriarchy, the big bad wolf. Oh no. And they sat there and made you angry towards your own men. They sat there and they said, oh, the reason why Kamala is losing is because of Black men. Them Black men over there oppressing y'all. They don't want to see y'all win. They don't want to see y'all have anything. Them white women sat there and made y'all mad at your own man, blame your own man, turn your back on your own man. They sat there and put a battery in y'all back to hate your own and be like, you don't need them. We're going to have a Black woman as president. Look at you. You're kicking your own men's ass. You're kicking them Black men's ass. You're about to have a sister. You better thank a union member, and freedom cometh in the morning. You about to have her as president. You doing so much better than those Black men. Y'all, look at y'all. That's what white women did then. They hyped y'all up, put the battery in y'all back. Yeah, we're doing much better. Yeah, we have an AKA as president. Yeah, stick it to ya. We're doing good. Had you get mad at your own men, do all type of TikTok think pieces about how you ain't dealing with men no more, 4B movement, this, that, and the third. Had y'all all hyped up. And then white women they sat there with y'all talking about white women for Kamala, sat there and were like, we have y'all back, push you farther away from your man. Then they went right in that ballot box and filled in Donald J. Trump with J.D. Vance, as we do. What happened to white women for Kamala? What happened to the Zoom call? So they sat right there to get in your face and make it seem like they was doing something for you to get a pat on the back, and got right in that booth and voted for Trump and stayed on code and voted for the patriarchy, which would keep them safe, which worked. Because as soon as they even realized that Trump was president again, all type of world leaders started waving the white flag saying peace in the East, peace in the West, peace in the North and South. My God, today. So what have we learned, Black women? What we've learned is, when will y'all stop letting the white girls put batteries in y'all backs? When will you stop allowing them to push you further and further away from your men? Which is so ironic, because the real revolution, what really saves you, is the family structure, primarily the Black family structure. That's your real power. And you let them women make you mad at your own men and push you in another direction again. They do this to us every time. Now they got you over there playing it. Now all the white women are sitting right back at home with their husbands and fathers. Now they sitting right back over there with their husbands and fathers. Meanwhile, you over there with no husband and no father nowhere. And they sitting back over there safe and protected, telling you, it's okay, Keisha. Be strong. It's going to be all right. My God, today. Hopefully Black women will one day stop trying to rewrite the rules and do things their way, and they will learn to also stay on code. Until then, we'll just allow them to keep crying on TikTok and saying that their dreams are now crushed, even though this election had absolutely nothing to do with you. This is a mess, y'all. This is a mess. It makes me sad that people are falling out with their actual in real life community for politics. It really makes me so sad to see, because your community is your real savior. I know as far as me and mine, we're going to be fine regardless. We're going to be fine no matter if we could have voted for Pedro, we're going to still be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to always keep persevering, and God is always king. That's what we must know regardless of anything else. Y'all, please let me know y'all thoughts about all of these meltdown reactions. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and like the video, and I will see you all on the next one.